Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from Ford Field.
From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21. Allen going to go to the air right away.
Dancing to his left. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. From the gun, it's Allen. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw around a little too far brings up third down. 3 and out, real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
So now on 4th down, Sam Martin on to punt for Buffalo.
Back deep, Khalif Raymond. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Lions will take over.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line. Now Goff.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Goff. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Holding offense.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Hines now on the return.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Allen airing one out for Crowder. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
That was Singletary loses it.
And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he's got room. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
1st and goal from the 6.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. They wanted people.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Lions first here in this one.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Singletary to get the drive started. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up the 3rd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one better than 20 miles an hour. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams, and that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield.
All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
At the 40-yard line.
Our score after. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Gall. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Swift. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Throw caught by Raymond. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
So they get the conversion on fourth, and now from the 25, they operate with a 1st and 10.
Now Williams running left. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw, Goff. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Badgley able to knock this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
Well, a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that. But let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
This is fielded at the 27. A very good return that time. 18 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And Detroit getting set to go now. Yeah, they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play there for Detroit. 51 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. Jamal Williams punching it in from a yard away. And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it was Jamal Williams who ended things with a touchdown run. Taking it about the 1.
Isaiah McKenzie now on the return.
The Bills going to take over now late in this first half. And with them down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw taken in by Diggs.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Backed up here, tough spot, needed 11 yards to pick up the first.
This time they stay on the ground. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to the 30.
Sorry, Coach. We'll catch up with you after the game. We're going to skip through halftime here and headed back to the field for the 3rd quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their own 24. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
On 2nd down, Swift.
And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. That'll net 7 yards on the ground, but it'll leave it with a healthy distance still to go on 3rd down. Here's Goff.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. And this returnable for Hines. A solid 12-yard return after the 55-yard punt.
And that will come the offense as they take over. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Allen off the play fake. On the move to his left. Incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit.
Allen now looks to throw.
That's caught by Gabriel Davis.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion
conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing now is Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other.
He's got a man, complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit. DJ Chark, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Badgley on for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Now that was an inspirational scramble for a first down, all the while absorbing a big-time hit. Well, we know the guys in the huddle appreciate what he's doing. But how about the guys in the press box, the luxury boxes, the guy who signs his checks, and especially the main guy with the headset on the sideline? I'm not so sure they like that so much.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Allen. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for this with Singletary. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Meeting the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. No dice for Sean McDermott in the offense. And the Lions will take over. And defensively, they were ready for that. A full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. He's airing it out for Williams.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will be taken at the 13. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And here come the Bills.
Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
Allen now on 1st down. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Now Allen. Flushed out right.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
You can see the thought process there. With his speed, they were hoping he could pop one. Instead, the coverage was good, and they forced the incompletion.
Now Allen, gotta have this one. And he completes it to the tight end Knox. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. From the 41, Allen. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
The offense on 3rd down, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. This one caught by Davis.
And he is going to have a Bills first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
And again, it's Allen. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Bills passing game, getting him down the field. They've got another first down. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he's got it.
A 5-yard gain there makes it first and goal. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Here's Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Jamison Crowder from 3 yards out. And the Bills have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ballgame. Goff a handoff here to Swift. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Goff going to throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needed to come up with something here on third and long. One final kneel down here, and that should just about do it. Here comes the Lions punter now. He's been terrific so far. Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal